That's our man. Take him out.
It's not a year without Activision shelling out another Call of Duty. Black Ops Cold War is another installment in this insanely popular FPS franchise. It contains the typical 6 to 8 hour campaign, a multiplayer mode where players shoot each other in the face, and hordes of zombies. The campaign, for the most part, plays like a typical Call of Duty campaign. You run around, you shoot enemies, hiding behind cover magically heals you. However, some missions have added stealth sections. I'm not sure if these are brand new to the game, but they are a welcomed addition. I love how in this one section, you're in a KGB building, and there are multiple ways to assassinate a specific target, similar to a game like Hitman. The story follows a team of soldiers and agents led by Russell Adler. Throughout most of the campaign, you play as his right-hand man, only known as Bell. You can customize Bell any way you please. The way you customize your character will give you small perks that affect the gameplay, as well as little changes to the game's dialogue. Fan favorites from the first game, Alex Mason and Frank Woods, make a welcomed return, despite having very different and unrecognizable voice actors. They are very much needed, as the new characters were pretty forgettable. Throughout the campaign, there are many Easter eggs and nods to the previous games, especially when it comes to the first Black Ops. The small Easter eggs were fine, but it got to the point where some plot points felt like a rehash to the first Black Ops. There are also multiple dialogue options that you can make throughout the story, but it felt reminiscent of a Telltale game, in which none of them have a huge effect on the story, except for one you make near the end of the game. When it comes to the multiplayer, it's everything you would expect from a Call of Duty game. Team deathmatch, free-for-all, search and destroy, domination. It is nice to play at 120 frames per second on the PlayStation 5, but other than that, not much has changed. I do love the adaptive triggers. The triggers felt completely different depending on which gun you had. Assault rifles would make the R2 button constantly vibrate. Shotguns create the feeling of, well, pumping up a shotgun. It is a nice addition for casual players, but I could see it getting frustrating for people who actually take this game seriously. I don't know when Kill Confirmed became a thing in Call of Duty, but it is my new favorite game mode because of how it weeds out campers. Aside from all those new features, it's pretty much a typical Call of Duty game. It still does take a while to get used to if you've never played it or haven't picked it up in a while. Moscow is probably my favorite map out of all the new ones. Miami, on the other hand, gets more and more frustrating the more I play it. Zombies is also pretty fun at first, but it does get repetitive playing the same map over and over again. Onslaught is a new game mode in which you fight waves of zombies in any of the normal multiplayer maps. It's a decent game mode, but I do wish you could play it with 4 people. One thing I really don't like about how Onslaught was handled is that it's exclusive to PlayStation players until November 2021. And by that time, the next Call of Duty will be set to release. This just alienates PC and Xbox players, making Onslaught less popular. Dead Ops Arcade also makes a return for A1 into twin-stick shooters. It is fun for a while, but the levels just drag on for me. I've played about 10 hours of this game overall, and I can tell you that it crashes a lot. The first night I played it, it crashed constantly every time I tried to play zombies. And at one point during the campaign, the entire game crashed, put me back to the level select menu with the message, Boy 19, binary cancer. What the hell does that even mean? So did Call of Duty warrant the $10 price increase? If you're someone who takes Call of Duty seriously, or play it on a regular basis, chances are, yes, it might be worth the $10 price increase. In fact, you might already own the game. But for me, a casual player, I would personally say no. I think casual players should hold off and wait for a big price drop. Although the campaign is decent, it is really short, clocking in at about 6 hours. Multiplayer and zombies are pretty fun, but they do get repetitive after a while. And on top of that, this game needs a huge patch to get rid of all the crashes. Now that this game is almost a month old, I hope that Ronald Reagan stops asking me if the threat is real for every YouTube video.
Is the threat real? Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be streaming a bunch of random games. I got Maneater and Resident Evil 3. I'm going to try to stream those games and beat them before Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. And once Cyberpunk comes out, I'm going to be playing that game probably every day, and I'll try to stream it as much as possible. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Peace out.
Come on. This is the way out. Hey! Was ist hier los? Ich arbeite für die Wahl. Ich suche Ihnen meinen Ausweis.
Das ist Sperrgebiet. Sie sind verhaftet. Runter auf den Boden.
Halt! Behob. Now!
Was zum...
Nice work. Let's clean this up.